Emily was only 3 weeks away from her wedding. Everything seemed perfect. The man she loved. The dress she had dreamed about. The life they were about to begin together. But Emily carried a secret. A secret that could change everything. 2 years earlier, her grandmother passed away and left her a massive inheritance. Millions of dollars. Yet Daniel, the man she was about to marry, believed Emily was just an ordinary woman struggling to make ends meet. And sometimes, Emily wondered something that kept her awake at night. Would Daniel still love her? If the money disappeared? So she made a dangerous decision. Before the wedding, she would pretend to lose everything. At first the lie seemed small. Emily told Daniel that her company had financial problems. Then a week later, she said she had lost most of her savings. Daniel tried to comfort her. "Don't worry," he said. "We'll figure it out together." His words reassured her. But Emily wasn't finished with the test. A few days later she showed him unpaid bills. And then the biggest lie yet. An eviction notice. She placed the paper quietly on the kitchen table. Daniel stared at it for a long time. Something in his expression changed. Not anger. Not sadness. Something closer to fear. The pressure began to grow. Daniel started working longer hours. He became quieter. More distant. One evening, Emily tried to talk to him. "Maybe we should postpone the wedding," she said softly. Daniel looked at her in disbelief. "Postpone it, Emily, everything is falling apart." His voice grew tense. "This isn't the life I imagined for us." Those words pierced her heart. For the first time, Emily felt guilty. What if this test destroyed the very love she was trying to protect? But she had come too far to stop now. She needed to know the truth. One night the tension finally exploded. Daniel slammed his hand on the table. "Emily, I don't know if I can do this." The room fell silent. Emily felt tears forming in her eyes. Then she whispered something he never expected. The eviction notice was fake. Daniel blinked. "What?" Emily took a deep breath. The debt was fake too. Confusion covered his face. And then she said the words that changed everything. "I'm not broke, Daniel. I inherited millions from my grandmother. I was testing you." The room became completely still. Daniel stood there in shock. But the expression on his face was not relief. It was something else. Daniel slowly shook his head. "You tested me." His voice wasn't angry. It was hurt. "All this time, you thought I was only here for money." Emily tried to explain. "I just needed to know your love was real." Daniel looked down at the floor. "You could have asked me." The silence between them felt heavier than any argument. A week later, the wedding was cancelled. Not because of money, but because trust had been broken. And sometimes, trust is harder to rebuild than love. Money has always complicated relationships. Some people chase it. Others fear losing it. But the truth is, love built on suspicion will always struggle to survive. Tests may reveal someone's character, but they can also reveal our own fears. Because real relationships are not built on secret experiments. They are built on honesty. And sometimes, the greatest risk in love is simply choosing to trust. Now we want to hear from you. If you were in Emily's position, would you test your partner before marriage? Or would you choose complete honesty from the start? Tell us in the comments.